Hi, guys. Thanks. I'd like to get us to just step outside the world of Ontario for a moment. And this question, I think, sort of follows nicely off of what Julie asked. But I'm going to start with a scenario. So let's say I'm a tour operator in Churchill, Manitoba. And I occasionally serve the local community, but my potential international reach is limitless. I've set up a Facebook page, a Twitter account, and I've been actively posting information about my town and my business, but it appears that nobody's listening. I feel like I'm wasting my time, but I know the benefits of a good social media strategy, and I want to engage with customers no matter where they live. So what would you guys suggest if you were in my shoes?
Okay, Mike, you start with that?
Sure. I think when you're talking about being concerned that work is not reaching your audience, one of the first things that I would come to and ask about and try to determine is social media doesn't work in a vacuum, right? The media landscape that we live in is is incredibly diverse and constantly overlapping now, and so finding ways to drive traffic and drive community to find you in the first place. We talk often about the concept of both visibility and discoverability. People tend to enter the internet in one of two ways. One is sort of intent-based, something that we're very familiar with, which is typically search, and understanding the role that search can play in driving community. The second is a less intent-based. It's more about people engaging via Facebook, and it's the haphazard power of the reach of your own network, and understanding not just the raw numbers of how big you're getting, but reaching influencers who are going to be able to spread your message in an intelligent, intentional way would be a key place to start.
You know, interesting on that. I know for a lot of small business myself as well, saying, what is the hook? When you started a campaign, I saw some of the stats that 67% of consumers opt into something. What is the plan? Like, here's this business, it's trying to get out there, trying to get that brand out there. What is the incentive? What's the impetus? What do you start with at that level? And I'll go with Mike and then the minister.
There isn't a hook. When we talk about how you're talking about building relationships and building community, community organizing is fundamentally about articulating a vision of reality and an aspirational vision of the future that you're going to involve people in a narrative. And people connect and become part of communities as part of their identities and as a part of how they shape themselves and enter the world. And so we're talking fundamentally about emotional connection. The things that organizations and businesses tend to struggle with in this is that they start, and this conversation has two, we start with tactics. We start with, how do I use Facebook? How do I use Twitter? I should be online. I need to be in search. I need to worry about search engine optimization. And all of those are valid questions that need intelligent, thoughtful answers. Before we get to any of those questions, the question of why are we engaging and what are we trying to do? Who are we? Up at the top of this stack is a set of values that drive a mission that is executed via a set of strategy and a strategy that's put into practice from tactics. And if we don't start with values and mission, community's never going to coalesce.
So when you're talking about value and mission, give an example, say maybe to a small business like Sean was saying, where should they start? Like,
sure, the value that the tour operator may be offering is an experience they can't get anywhere else. It's perhaps something unique about the town. Not knowing the town, unfortunately, I can't give you too specific an example. in polar bears in northern Manitoba, look, that's something I've never experienced in Chicago. That is actually an interesting story. That is a unique element of your story that could draw me in a more emotional way.
Okay, Minister?
Yeah, my feeling is social media is just an extra tool, right? An additional tool and a very powerful tool. But the basic fundamentals of the business have not changed. So we still need to find out who is our target audience is, and where that target audience is going and how we're going to reach to that target audience. For example, if this business operator is trying to reach to the professional, we need to find out where are professionals going? If it is young people, where are the young people going? You know, maybe the Facebook will be the right way to go for them. Maybe her professional is another tool that we need to go to. So my feeling is we need to find out what our audience is, what we are trying to achieve, and where we can find those audience for the business to succeed.
Okay, next question with